Ew, ew. Sorry, I need some oiter. I need some oiter. I need some fucking oiter. Alright, alright. There I am. Here I am. So I've done like a few things in the like in the patch, and I've done some treasure maps, as you could tell from the hair that I actually bought from the motherboard, but from the market board, but I actually did maps in the meantime. I also did the Alliance raid. That's about it. So today is just gonna be like a quick like I knock out the 7.1 MSQ. I think that's fine. Nice Sunday stream to get me back onto streaming. This shit's probably gonna take a few hours. A bit like of a lower energy stream today. I'm kind of tired. Okay, Bulwarok is eager to learn how you've been getting on. It's a pleasure as always. Have you been able to relax lately? Wonderful. As busy as you've been with the rite of recession, among other things, you deserve an opportunity to experience Tuliyoyal at a more leisurely pace. Sampling the tacos at Shabalyavtie. I definitely botched the shit out of that name. Is one such way to do so. They're made in the traditional way and laden with fillings and are absolutely sublime. If you have an empty stomach, the owner, Brukevu, will look after you. We're going back to Brukevu? Alright. Oh, I might as well unlock the EX while I'm here. The Mistral's like literally on the way to the taco place. I might as well unlock Queen's Fiend EX. Well, if it isn't Hog, alone today, are you? I see. If you have an hankering for tacos and they're on the house, consider it a token of gratitude for your help tracking down those treasures. Go ahead and find a table. I'll bring you your meal as soon as it's ready. Ah yes, let me go to an MTC right next to Calliope Coribantes. Look at those polygons. I still love still love tacos, I hope? You ate so many when you turned 5 you could barely move afterwards, you know. No, not really. That was 30 years ago for me. Right, sorry, it's still strange for you. Just the other day, you were just a little boy clinging to your mother's skirt as you set off to Yoselani, and now you're a man grown with a face full of hair. Even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. We're still family, and you can always rely on me. Relying. That feels like the only thing I'm doing right now. On you and everyone else. I can't even start a fire without assistance on my new job. Back in Alexandria, we had Electrope. If I needed fire, all I had to do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. But here, I'm helpless. A culinarian who can't even light the stove. The way the others in the kitchen stared at me. God, I've never felt so embarrassed. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been told the tales, but it seems life really is different within the dome. Thanks for the subscription, Nash. My wife and children, I was thinking of having them join me once things have settled, but as things are now. I say you send for them. If they're your family, then they're mine too. I'll do whatever's necessary to make it work. That's sweet. That's really sweet. Oh, hey, Wuklamot. I didn't mean to overhear, but it seems you're having trouble readjusting to life in Tuliyoyal. Val Wuklamot? To aid folk like yourself, we've established a support group in the Wing of Reflection. There you can learn the skills you need to live outside the dome. It ain't easy being back, I know, but I'm hopeful they can make things easier. That's exactly what I need. I'll definitely seek out this group. I'll bring my family with me, thank you. Oh, look who it is. I was just about to go and find you. I could fuck up some tacos right now, not gonna lie. Ah, the tacos here never disappoint. So, what have you been up to lately? Real. So true. Nash, I'm still thinking about the fucking fake street tacos from Taco Bell and how good they were. Let's say I've been making a name for myself, the Arcadian. You're fighting in the arena in Alexandria. By facing off against tough opponents, I'd wagered you hone your skills even further. As for myself, I'm being kept busy with duties at the palace. But whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to the people. Gotta try them. Didn't you try them with me? I remember in call we both ordered like the same thing. That way I could better understand. Oh, whoop. I was on one such walk now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Kona and I have something we want to discuss with you. As Dawn servants, do you have time to come to the palace? Might have been high. You might have. Honestly, knowing you, you might have. Great, I'll go ahead. Please come and join us once you finish with with this. All right. Unfortunately, they don't have them anymore, which kind of sucks. Where the hell am I just gonna get like fake street tacos now? There's only real street tacos. Why live? Alright, open up. Got my salsa ready. They have this family style stuff now. That's okay. Every time I hear like family style, that just means like there's just a lot of it, and I typically just order for myself. There's always an honor. Valkona has stepped away to attend a pressing matter, but he should join you within before long. Oh, like it's quote-unquote homemade. Good to know, good to know. I'll probably try that out then. Oh, hey, the other Scions. Is this gonna be a voiced cutscene or like a text box cutscene? Oh, you're all here too? Valcona summoned us, though if truth be told, Alphino and I have been seeing him quite regularly of late. He asked us to share knowledge of our Hanish culture, you see, in hopes of further strengthening your alliance. We were of course happy to oblige him. Kryl and I were likewise summoned, otherwise we've been carrying on with our work, compiling information on the Golden City. My grandfather embarked on his investigation 20 years ago. With our report, we shall finish what he started. Lest you wonder, Thancred and Urianger have left to resume their tour of Tural. Ishtola, meanwhile, is back to researching cross-rift travel. She was here just a few days ago to get Kona's permission to investigate living memory. By the way, she mentioned wanting to take a look at the key you're keeping at some point. And that's going to be the setup for the next expansion, I bet. If the look she had in her eyes was any indication, I suggest you brace yourself for when she comes calling. You're like to be stuck with her for a while. Yeah, that is... I feel like that is them telling... I feel like that's fucking Yoshi P telling us in the eyes, hey, this is what the next expansion's gonna be about. As for Estinian, we know neither where he is nor what he's doing. Some things never change. Oh, hey, Kona. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. We took advantage of the time to catch up. So, what can we do for you? Hopefully present company is enough for whatever it is you need. Oh, I misread that. Okay, oh well. The matter of which I have summoned you pertains to Alexandria. A state funeral will soon be held in Solution 9 to mourn the passing of Queen Sphene. King Gululja and his administration have invited us to attend. While certain issues remain unresolved between our nations, such as the treatment of Yasilani, I see no reason not to attend. For generations, the Alexandrians lived without even the awareness of death. I wouldn't have expected them to have funeral rites still. Apparently, the members of Oblivion unearthed records of ceremonies that were conducted in the Alexandria of old. It was they who put forth the proposal that the queen be thus honored. Leave it to that lot to think of such things. The people of Alexandria no longer forget the departed. They're being confronted with the idea of death for the first time. I suspect our friends wanted to do something for them. Though Sphene was but a simulacrum, she was nonetheless a pillar for her people. The pain of her passing must run deep. Indeed, a funeral will give Alexandrians the chance to come together to express their grief, that they might overcome it. I wasn't sure at first, but I've decided to go. Not only to be there for Gululja, but to put this chapter behind us. That I requested your presence was none other than to see if you wished to attend the funeral. You knew Sphene as well, after all. I don't know which choice I should like make. Also, like, does Galulja have like a council, or are they letting a toddler like make all the decisions of Solution 9? I thought he was pretty. Is Oblivion like Galulja's council? I think that would like make the. They have a regency though. Okay. 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 I mean, yeah, I did kind of like. I guess in like my eyes, it. I did my character, yeah. Because of your role in her demise, I take it, but we had no choice. We had to stop her from killing countless innocents. I won't force you to attend the funeral if it makes you feel uncomfortable, but while I represent Tuliyoyal in an official capacity, I'd like it if you could be there to watch over everything. They answer a lot in these quests. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Good answer, good answer. I was mostly asking because I don't remember if that was a question that was answered in Dawn Trail or if that's something that hasn't been resolved. I feel the rest of us should go too, regardless of the reason. The fact remains that we deprived Alexandria of a beloved ruler. It's only right that we remember who Sphene was, to her people and to others, so let us stand with you. Then it's decided. Let's head to Solution 9 and look for Galulja in the back room. Uh-oh, am I getting an echo? Nope, I'm getting a Crossroads, never mind. Okay, so I have to go all the way to Solution 9. I don't know if I said this before, but I still think that like they should allow infinite sprinting in these hub areas. Because with like a hub area as big as Solution 9, it's kind of a pain to like get around sometimes. Yeah, why not? It's like I understand why in like most areas, because they don't want you to just like run past all of the like stuff. Am I in the right place? I am not. Wow, I am not. Why is this one of the why is this one of the why is this one of the places I can enter? It feels like a random place I can enter. If you have to walk far, you're going the wrong way. Maybe. My thoughts are that it's future content. That makes sense. That makes sense. Hello, Gululja. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how they answer who's his mom. Ah, you came for the funeral. Of course. I'm the only one who will officially take part, though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So how have you been? It's been a while since my last visit. I'm good. Shale's always teaching me new things. Recently, I've learned about Everkeep systems and the mechanical soldiers. It's knowledge I'll need to use my authority properly. Studious as always, I see. By the way of a treat, I brought you a gâteau au chocolat. It's kind of a cake. I think you'll like it. Thank you, Lamati. And thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so I feel less nervous having you here. Out of curiosity, what's the custom in Alexandria? In our world, it's common to offer flowers to the departed. It's much the same here, according to the records. Flowers will be distributed to all attendees. Considering that all worlds used to be one, practice of offering flowers may as well share the same ancient origin. Fascinating, wouldn't you say? Okay, I like the catfish pie. That's cute. Okay, Galula Shah wishes to go and collect his flowers for the funeral. Alright. We'll join you. There's a man I would like to speak with. Ghassan. He's apparently Sphyn's aide and the one who sent us the invitation. Come on, let's go. Bwah, 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 bwah. How many quests is it? One thing I know is that usually like usually like each patch content has like one dungeon each like patch quest line. And typically I think it's like the 0.3 ones that have trials. Endwalker was the exception because Endwalker didn't have any optional trials. All the trials are like, okay, well, Endwalker technically has one optional trial, the Hildebrand one, but the rest of them are like all patch trials, like MSQ trials. So I don't know if like Dawn Trail's gonna go that route or if they're gonna go with the older one where there's just gonna be one required patch trial and the rest are gonna be optional. Da, 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 da. No clue, hmm? That's true. I guess we won't know until it happens, I guess. BRB cooking? Go cook. Hello, Ghassan. Why, you're Val Buklamatov Tulioyal. Thank you for extending us an invitation to Queen Sphyn's funeral. We are honored, truly. I had seen you before from a distance, but never had the pleasure. I am Ghassan, former chief aide to the Queen. Since her passing, I have been responsible for administering affairs of the state. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Can we get our flowers here? Yes, Your Majesty. The flowers are being handed out at the counter yonder, alongside the regulators. What? We need to wear regulators for the funeral? Ah, rest assured they are not a requirement. We're aware that your people don't use them. You see, people of Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their persons when attending funerals. As such, tokens were black. It was suggested we might wear regulators painted the same color. Yeah, we've yet to produce enough for everyone, but we're distributing them as we are able to. I see. Yeah, it's regulator or no. The important thing is that we remember Queen Sphene. Remember her and her kindness as you make an offering of your flower. I will. The proceedings will soon begin in this plaza. Please take your place once you have your flower. Damn, you got the whole funeral staring. And we're just like off in like the side, okay.
Although we are gathered here for the same reason, we hail from different lands. Some were born and raised in the Alexandria of old, while others came to us from Tuliolal. It was from this union of diverse peoples that a new Alexandria was born. The only home that our younger generation knows. How did we overcome the barriers between us?
Oh fuck, the whole
Moved us to
nation's
join
here.
hands in common purpose beneath crackling skies. You know the answer.
Sorry, it looks so dumb with the fucking
Survived.
with the fucking
Thrived
like
because
graphics
Queen
card ass
Sphene
building.
brought us together. Inspired and encouraged by her boundless kindness, we strove to be better for ourselves as well as those around us. And in Her Majesty's absence, there is a sadness beyond words. Yet we must. We will remember her. Remember all the good that she has done for us. So let us pray, as the people of the Old Kingdom once did, for the peaceful repose of the departed. And let us keep our beloved Queen forever in our hearts, that her memory might guide us unto the morrow.
Damn.
Would that I could find solace in my own words.
Damn, that was very sad. That's a lot of flowers. That's a lot of guys putting flowers down, huh? Aww. Little babu flower. Oh, he has both of them for both him and Wook. Could you imagine how fucked it would be if like Sphene herself had like the funeral and then for like fucking Zoralshad he just gets like zapped out of everyone's zapped out of everyone's like fucking respirator.
Must have been. To still remember her is strange, isn't it, darling?
I miss her. She would always cheer me up when I was down. But even though I remember her, I'll never see her again. That doesn't make sense.
It seems that's what it means to die, I'm afraid.
But what will happen to us? Are we just going to be sad forever?
Are we gonna have to teach an entire like ethno state how to mourn?
What will happen indeed? Everything that we have, we owe to Queen Sphene. How are we to go on without her?
I still remember Her Majesty so clearly. If only I didn't, I might feel better about the future of our realm.
Perhaps we should also consider moving to Tuliolo. The journey won't be easy, but it'd be better than staying here in uncertainty.
In times like these, I take comfort in the beliefs of a Turali people called the Yokui. To them, death isn't the end. So long as we're remembered, we never truly die. It could be the same for Queen Sphene, you know? If you keep her alive in your hearts, she'll always be with you.
But we still won't be able to see her, right? I don't want to think about that. I wish I could just forget instead of having to feel like this.
I mean, it's hard to change
I'm
someone's.
sorry. I didn't mean to impose. Please, mourn your queen however you see fit.
Aww.
As expected, they struggle to come to terms with their loss. I hope they can find a way to move forward.
It's not only grief that weighs on them, but worry for the future. Bereft of their queen, how will they proceed?
True. But with that at least, we're not powerless to help. What is it, Guloja?
I was wondering, is it better to remember or forget someone when they're dead?
Easy answer, remember.
I remember my father, and every time I think of him, it hurts. It's the same with Queen Sphene. Knowing that she's gone makes me feel sad. But it's different with my mother. I never knew her, so I don't feel as bad. I want to remember my father, but maybe I'd be better off forgetting him.
Guloja.
Why don't we continue this somewhere else?
Poor little Galulja. Okay, so what was the zoom in with the respirator? What was that for? Hey, Galulja. You really know nothing at all about your mother? Oh, is that where we're heading? Shale searched the system for information on residents, but only Mamulja she found listed were my father and me. Even if she died and erased from people's memories, she should have been there, but she wasn't. Well, if you're here means she was here too inside the dome. There can't be any other way around it. Maybe. It's hard to explain. I'm not sad, but I feel like I'm missing something. So even if it makes me feel sad, I want to know my mother. I see. Well, if that's what you want. Then I'll help you. I'd like to help as well, and I believe I speak for the others too. But I can't bother you with this. You already came for the funeral. We came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all is well in Alexandria. We're not about to leave just yet. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. Alright. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Okay, so that's where this quest line is taking us. We're gonna find Galulja's mother. Assuming neither memories nor records of Galulja's mother remain, we must cast as wide a net as possible. I suggest we split into groups. Hog, if you could make inquiries outside in the outskirts, the rest of us will do the same in Solution 9. Boom, 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 boom. Information in the outskirts. I gotta get to that Aether shard. I gotta find information. I gotta find information. Oh, hello, the Phoenix. Alright, alright. Ah! The middle-aged Dono Watwa. Sorry, but I've never heard of a Mamulja living in these parts. Much less one connected to Zoralja. You might have better luck talking to the people over at Tonawatan settlement to the north of Everkeep, in a place called Yuiwata. The resilient son wore their loyalty when he saved them from one crisis or another. Or so the story goes. If I remember correctly, their chief's name was Kaneloka. Okay, so people still remember Zoralja. That's very important information. I thought it was just Queen Sphene that they still remember. But no, they still remember Zoralja. You're looking for a Mulja woman. Oh, Galulja's mother. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. Only know a little about a Zoralja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us off from the outside world, a Vitrol had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Zoralja assembled a party of warriors, and with them confronted and felled the beasts. It was interesting to hear the king's fee in the past. Okay. Okay, that was an elf woman. I thought that was like, could have been like another ephemera. Now, where is the last guy I need for information? Not now. Not now. I need information. Oh, right here. Chatty Shitona. A Mumulja woman. Their people have never been a common sight around here. Why, the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. She was among an entourage of Landsguard that was dispatched here. I assume they all returned to Tulioyol after their mission. But if any remained, I guess they could have been trapped in here with the rest of us. Okay, back to the back rooms. Ugh. I don't care. Ooh, put me in any. Put me in any. Okay, I have to go back to the back room. It's so liminal. This is so liminal. This is so liminal. Where's the back room again? Into the back room? Galulja has told me all. We previously tried to track down records of his mother, but came up empty-handed. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Ah, so you spoke with quite a few people as well. Let's combine our findings and see what conclusions we might draw. So, Zoralja brought, whatever of Landsguard to Yulsalani. His mission was to rid the region of a Thrall Vidral. I believe it's safe to say that this was the crisis in Yuayuota he resolved. If some of his troops stuck around for a time, perhaps to assist the villagers with recovery efforts, then they could have indeed gotten trapped in the dome. We also heard stories about the settlement in Yuwiwota. The people lived there until nearly a decade ago, and Zeralja made regular visits. If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would have been ideal, and if this Mamulja woman had remained there, they would have had occasion to come into contact. I see, but what could Zeralja have been doing in that village? I think we can answer that question. Looks at Galulja. Looks at Galulja. In order to retrace Zeralja's steps, Raha and I spoke with a researcher who worked at Oragenics. This is the Wait, what the fuck? Did I miss something? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh, god damn it. I have to read this. He said that approximately 20 years ago... Stop! Stop it! Stop it! I disable auto advance. I thought no was stop auto advance. He said that approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside Everkeep for the King's direct order. This is the first I've heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard was believed to have been under the King's jurisdiction. It was apparently being used to develop a new kind of weapon, but I'm afraid that's all we could learn. It's plenty to go on. Even if the work there was classified, any materials and equipment needed would have to been manufactured within Everkeep. So, if we look into transportation records... There it is. The routes are full of detours and attempts at obfuscation, but large deliveries were being made to Yuwata, far too large for a mere village. There hasn't been any activity for years, though. It's likely that the facility has been decommissioned. You think that's where my mother was? We can't say for certain just yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. This is amazing! Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure all this out. Each piece of the puzzle may reveal little on its own, but when we put several together, a picture begins to form. And even then, should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. So true, Graha. Where the fuck's my water? A lesson I learned in another life. So we'll be investigating this secret facility in Yuwata, then. I feel so bad for butchering that shit. And this time I want you to come along, Gulusha. I feel bad for butchering the village name a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Yuwata's on the other side of the lake. To get there, you need to take a hover cargo from the Drift Towns. Alright. Thank you, Shale. Alright, in the Drift Downs we go. Drift Towns time. It's time for Drift Downs. Yippee! Drift Down! Time for Drift Downs! So where in Heritage is that? Okay. I see, I see. This is such a sick-ass mount. I barely played any of Baja, but I'm glad that the little I did play, I managed to get this mount. So the hover cargo would take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the dome, so I don't expect it to be too different from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You'll follow when it's safe to do so, alright? Alright, be careful everyone. And the dungeon is accessible. Now, the question is, do I go in there as I'm gonna go in there as Gunbreaker actually, just so I can get better queue times, not gonna lie. What happened to two of my emojis down here? What the fuck? I just noticed that. What the hell happened? Yeah, I'm gonna swap to Gunbreaker, just so I can get queue times. So cool, great. Of course the durability of one of my gear is noticeably low. Alright. Let's draw then. Let's get my shit up. Nice and melded. Alright, perfect. What is my gear like? 692, that's... Oh well. It's a fucking MSQ dungeon. I don't need like that. I don't need like that well gear. I can go in with my penisy Gunbreaker build. I'm gonna be so rusty with Gunbreaker. But, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's not my problem. That's the healer's problem. So, Bloodfest. Fade Circle, Trajectory, Lightning Shot, Double Down. Right. They changed Double Down. The two, like, major Gunbreaker changes I remember is that they changed Double Down to be one cartridge instead of two, and then they also changed what's it called? They changed Super Bolide to go down half HP instead of 1 HP. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I care for that enough. I'm gonna have to check the Double Down like stuff on my own. But the whole like, what's the word? I don't know. I kind of miss Super Bolide being like 1 HP. I feel like that shit's fun, especially if you like get someone new to the game, you Super Bolide and then you make them have a fucking panic attack. Brother, it's a Sunday. No one's online. There's no school. There's no work. No one doing experts right now? Let me sell this. Wow, 500 gold. Wowee, 500 gold. Okay, so I guess this is a go on Twitter and send memes to my friend moment. I'm actually shocked that this, like... I'm actually kind of shocked that it's taking this long. As, like, a tank in a brand new dungeon. Is this game actually, like, cooked? Is this game actually dead? Oh shit. Alright. Comments. Alright, let's see this. Alright. Let me make sure my stance is on. And let's see how... Oh god, I forgot! The gap closer doesn't deal damage anymore! Right. Oh god, I really am. Why am I doing a continuation in a trash mob pool? Alright. First trap mob, done. One thing I liked about base Dawn Trail was the what's it called? The normal dungeons. They felt very fun, especially compared to like the old like Endwalker dungeons. I thought were like kind of eh. Oh, the AoE has a continuation now. Right. Oh my god, I don't know shit about my fucking class, huh? Okay, get my cartridges up because I think after this trash pool is a boss. Did they change the UI a bit? I'm noticing like a weird ass looking one next to my name. Yep, there's the boss. Okay. Alright, what does this hog do? Alright, that crystal is being like... Oh, that's line AoEs. Good to know, good to know. Alright, world's easiest mechanic. I did not see that there. Oh, he be hogging out. Oh, I should have reprisal that. Oh well. Lolamau, I guess. Alright. Crystals. Alright, DPS check. I think the funniest as DPS check. Hey brother, what are you doing? Oh, he's just resolving the DPS check, my bad. Never mind. What are you doing now? Okay, the next crystal's up. I'm guessing it's gonna be the same thing, more line AoEs, yep. Okay, that crystal's going there. But yeah, he's dead. Anything cool for me? I might read that. And I had a 20. I am killing myself. Awesome. What does this research note say? While His Majesty Zeralja is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast's soul into a person's body, yada yada yada. I'm just gonna read this on my own. Okay. If it wasn't like with randos, then I would. But I gotta respect the average person's time, you know. Is that really the wall? Oh wait, there we go. That's more wall-like. I meant to do that. Yeah, this doesn't seem that bad so far. Right, I have that continuation now. Ramp. Ooh, I fooled them, I juked them. Yeah, I'll hit need on that. I'll hit need on that too. What? I thought I had the other one. Why do I have this thing on twice? I don't. One of them turns into the other one. Oh, I just used my 2 minutes like a fool. Like a... Oh! Fuck, get mits up. I don't need that. Alright, we're ready. Hello, Overseer Kanolka. We were talking about you. Okay, free spirits. Alright. Whatever. I don't care. Oh, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Get some healing up. Whew. Alright, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. It looks scary, but it looks scarier than it actually is. I think the... Well, now I'm confused. Okay. Ugh. Alright, we're good. I think we're good here. He gives you way much more time than he should, in my opinion. Unfortunately, Mark Nunn did not get it. Ignore this shit. Oh my god, there's so much to keep track of. Okay, I made it. It looks like I made it too late there. Reprising that. Another blood burst. I think he's gonna die before. Ooh, that was a good timed reprisal. I'm not gonna lie. I think we kill him in time. And what do I get? Shit, I don't need. The tornado. Fuck it, I'm just gonna use this. And just like go hog wild. Get my rampart up. Something's wrong, don't rush ahead! The tornado's carrying a car! Oh, phew. Good thing these dungeons are linear as hell. So it didn't matter. Okay, just using every MIDI I have so I don't die. I'm going to bullide. looks like we're almost at the boss, so I'm gonna hold out on that. Save my rampant for the boss. Yep. Alright, who it is? Who is it? Who is it? A Rabito. Oh, that's a big rabbit. Lunup Yati. Alright. Okay, it looks like I'm the only one who's doing this dungeon for the first time. Sure. Oh, pass then. Sure. Nah, I don't need it. Stay back, little baby. I got this. I gotta find this dude's gym. For real, for real. Okay, so that's a get behind him. Oh. Those AoEs are going that way. I see, they're worms. They are worms. I understand now. Is that okay? That's line AoEs going like that. Nope, I lie. They're actually circle AoEs going like that. Unpunished, unpunished. Oh, I'm being very punished right now, actually. I have 5. I have 5. I might have to bullite soon. Okay, people are telling me that's an out. Survey says out. Survey says that's a pit. Oh, what do you mean I got hit by that? I have to be behind him now. In this fucking penis-ass place. Come on, you freak of nature. Provoke, please? Am I not provoked? I almost fell in again. Oh, they're going this way. reprising this? Did I reprise in time? I think I don't know if it reprised in time or not. No, I'm finishing this fight. I'm getting my fucking DPS up. Da-na-na-na-na-da-da-da. I'll give it to the guy who's like, provoke please. Get the loot. I received a player accommodation.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Valley Armanda.
Yeah. Talk shit. Keep talking shit.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility. The Tural Vidral explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject. Though I expect Zoralja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
Echo time. Is it gonna be Zoralja imprisoning this guy, and then he's gonna go over to his Mamulja wife and be like, "Hey."
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
This would allow one to wield the power of a Tural Vidral.
In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures. But in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
They will die,
As they won't
dipshit.
be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
I see. So they're people in there.
Your Majesty. I shall return
Oh,
to the observatory
neat.
and see to the necessary preparations.
So, you've given him permission?
Teishalja, you will assist Kanilo.
Teishalja. We got our name.
The Landsguard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. And what you learn, you will report to me. You object to his project? Or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
A child?
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliyollal.
A child?
That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Oh. She thirsty.
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours. That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle. But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
That would explain why he doesn't like Gululja, because he thinks he's like a bastard child. Anyways, bye-bye. Goodbye, weird rabbit thing.
Teishelja. Could she be my mother?
Maybe.
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Mamulja lived in Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Ubiko women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to. Could it not be part
Oh
of the
no,
research
no, no.
facility?
Don't you dare tell me.
We
Don't you
might
dare
learn
tell me this
something
is what I
about
think it
Teishelja
means.
there.
Don't you dare tell me I'm gonna have to wander around the fucking dungeon like an instanced area again. That's like my least favorite part of the Endwalker patch content. Don't you dare tell me I have to do that shit. Where am I? Oh god damn it. I'll be right back. I have to go use the bathroom. And I'm back. I wish I could see into the past like you. Then I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any other Mamulja women here. For a long time, I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But then I visited Tuliyoyal and saw some. I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I could see what she looks like for real. Believe I'm a tenacity? I could be like wrong and I could have made a huge mistake. Among the abandoned. Well, we've discerned the purpose of the research conducted here. The traces of it that remain might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Let us take a look around for information as well as a way to the upper level. I was hoping that like the traveling a dungeon as an instanced area shit would have stayed in Endwalker. Like genuinely. That was like shit that I did not like in Endwalker. A lift can be seen behind the wrought iron gate. As sturdy as it appears, the gate will likely resist attempts to force it open. A security panel is nearby. Perhaps a verification key will open the way. Doesn't Galulja have a key? That's how we got into living memory. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write. Good. Yes, I'm good. Very good. Getting hard to control. Strength. Today bit off hand of feeder. Cannot help it, so strong. Hungry. Always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. I must eat. Am eater. Must eat. Oh, shit. I see. They've been extracting souls while they were alive. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. It found a verification key. Alright, let's head over. Let's head over. This reminds me of that one part in like Brawl Subspace Emissary where it's like you see a lot of like weird enemies like in cages and all that shit. You see them in like in jars. And then there's like this one guy that only exists in that one hallway and nowhere else. It seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go! Sorry, a bit yawning hours. So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Vale Garmanda. All the machinery appears to be still in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure the monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we could find some clues about Galulja's mother. I think I could use this terminal. Shale taught me how. Don't worry, Wuklamat. Shale told me how to extract a zip file. There's so much data, I don't know what you look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tishelja. I brought up lots of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tishelja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments, Research Logs. That sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it'll take considerable time to go through it all. Then let us take it with us to the back room and have Shale analyze it. Agreed. Alright, I'll transfer it to the storage device I brought. Two terabyte USB stick. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. That's kind of fucked up because I'm like thinking about it like at the very beginning when like the father was trying to console his like son who like he last saw 5 and then he's seeing him now at 35. Like that's kind of fucked up. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let us deliver the data to Shale. Alright, back to solution 9. Oh. I gotta get over there. I gotta go over to that Ethernet shard right now. Alright, back to the back shots. I'm going the wrong way again. Oopsies. Alright, no worries, no worries. Yep, to the back rooms we go. Welcome back. Galulja has already given me the storage device. There looks like to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, LSA and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Hey, their mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we could do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finished my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Oh, hello, Geode. LSA isn't wrong. The mood is out there still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the Sol system, but even they are unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who have grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Taral, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tulioyal. My brother's doing all he can to see the Jacques Taral Railroad restored to operation, so people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the railroad will make things a sight easier. How long until it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Kona seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shale's working on the data, we could go see the state of it for ourselves. To Shaloni Station then. I'll make sure to keep Kona informed. Oh, we going back to Shaloni? Let's go. Shaloni just felt like a very, like, filler-coated area. Not gonna lie. I don't know, I felt like Shaloni was, like, such a weird area in the story. Hello. A vow resolved and hog water to boot. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Taral that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the vow of reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. And, oh, Scratch on his way. Oh, hey, Aaronville. It's a nice look you got. As the guild ship has officially approved my transition from gleaner to independent contractor, I was in need for a more befitting attire. You hear about the railroad too? It was in part of my sake that the original Dawnblazer was sacrificed, so I felt it was only right that I assist in its replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lamachi has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawnblazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem. How to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mewatsoen. That's the Ronik. The Hetsaro follow them none too pleased about their Hetsaro being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronik will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the railroads plotted to avoid the Ronik's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronik's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I'm not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mewatsoen for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I too would hear that the Hetsaru have to say about it. They're the ones most affected, after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Huato. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetsaru encampment if you like. I feel like my mouth is having like a workout. There's so many like words and so many like non-English words. A lot of native Aztecian words. I need more water. Ah. Love me my oiter. A vow of resolve, vow of reason. I bid you welcome to our camp, but what brings you all the way to Meatsoen? I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the Shoktoral Railroad. You too have noted the Ronik's unexpected change in behavior then. My son, Shepetto, has been looking into this matter. Shepetto? Normally, we'd expect the Ronik to keep their favored grounds nearby for a while yet. And despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in the— oh my fucking god, I'm not reading those words, I'm sorry. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward. I see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nonetheless, should they continue to move west, so will we as Trueni. Ugh! My fucking speaking muscles! As you may have surmised, I am of Hetsaru descent. My parents traveled with the Ronik as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. That would explain why he's a cat boy. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration. One of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle, I'm forced to assume. A chance encounter with the kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stallkeeper in Tulial's markets, and that's where the Dawn servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when Lamachi came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude, and I wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Truly, I've never heard of the Ronik choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Hetsaru willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must be some exceptional circumstance. We never knew, I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed for me. Okay. We never knew, like, his parents either, huh? Like, we met Wuklamat's dad. And we saw, like, Bakul Jaja's entire family. As so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hetsaru may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation. It would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And to refuse one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor dawn servant indeed. Please, teach me of the Ronik and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn of the Hitsaro culture with me? I would like to approach this with the fervor and curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether or not I am doing it correctly. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronik and we'll have a look around the plains, and perhaps in the process, we'll find the answers we seek. Okay, so the theme of this patch quest line is finding family, it looks like. Because we just found out about Galulja's mother, and now we're potentially learning about Koana's family. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. I am not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Now, introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let us meet back here later to share what we've learned. I'm just looking up how many quests are there. 7.1 MSQ. Dawn Trail MSQ. I'm assuming the last quest is just going to be called... Sorry, my audio drivers fucked up for a moment. But as I was saying, I'm assuming the last one's just gonna be called... No, it's not. Okay, so I'm on the second to last one. Okay. So I'm almost done. Shorter stream today, but oh well. I'm afraid I've finished with my task for the time being, but since you're eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you already know about that the Ronik are our Hetso, our guides, that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes. The herd splits in two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hitsaro must also part with half our number. You may think it's a strange and stressful custom, but over the years, it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetso. I see. So these are very nomadic tribes. Good to know. This won't do. The wind will go right through it, and me without my needle and sinew. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the Ronik hide what they're made of. Oh. Fortunately, the Ronik hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. Okay. Is this guy fishing? Do we get a fisherman? Do we got a fisherman over here? As you stroke the Ronik's coat, you note that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're used to would just get lost in the tangle. Like it's not. Ah! Geppetto sent a Ronik brush with you, did he? How like him? Now just run it through one patch at a time, gently. This guy's a cutie, not gonna lie. You dutifully brush the Ronik until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat, and less susceptible to illness. A combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries, should the need arise. Neat, 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 neat. You're learning about the Hetsaro way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrived at them myself. Ahem! Our Hetso provide us with something that we use in medicines. Poultices and soap to drive away pests. And to sustain our fires. What is it? Is it dung? It sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. We've discovered myriad of uses for Irani keeps over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hetso always provide. I forgot what the Warrior of Light did that made them like have like a nervous reaction to like dong and shit, literally. You smell of the grass and the wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You must be you could nearly be mistaken for one of us, and with the drawn of Ironic to boot. I have to wonder how Kona is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems like his wish to understand us was sincere. Ah, there he is now. Yo, you got a friend? Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronik, and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination. To force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your own work? Have you anything to share? Indeed, the Ronik provide for the Hetsaro, and in turn the Hetsaro are good to the Ronik, just as family should be. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ronik, as they did for me, so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in service to the people of Tyrol, after all. I like how this patch content is focusing on him. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hetso are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Valkona. You're welcome among our herd anytime. That's a cute quest. Alright, final quest of the patch. What you got for me, Kona? Kona appears loth to part from his Ronnie companion. Kona, how'd it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetso. They nourish the Hetaro as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. They are equal of any man, not beasts to be tamed. Moreover, the Ranik are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hetsaro would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ranik's once favored grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. Not just the Ranik, even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pair of Ceratoraptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the Hetsara would surely put two and two together, were the cause geological, I measured the area's aether to be certain. There's indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. So a big monster. And a powerful one like as not a predator, given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It couldn't be a Turohetso? Turohetso? Ranik Reaver in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal a Hetso in the night is another evocative one. Ranik can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Turohetso. Their scales are as tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home in a pack of both. In any such case, I believe the source of the Ranik's consternation is clear, as is our next move. We must drive this reaver away, that they may return to their grazing lands once more. Never fear, we will make certain that the beast threatens you no more. Oh, that's adorable. That's fucking adorable. He's like a big old dog. Alright, we got a solo instance. I'm still just more comfortable with Reaper than I am Gunbreaker, so I'm just gonna use that. Your progress. Oh god, it's one of these solo instances. Okay. Sure.
Help! Help!
Did you find it, boy?
Hetsu is coming this way! It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
Okay, good to know, good to know.
After they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronek Reaver.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
I'm sorry. I'm not used to like North American accents. I'm not used to North American accents in this goddamn fucking fantasy game that uses like European accents all the goddamn time. And you know, and by European accents, you know, I damn well mean fucking British, because medieval Europe is always Britain.
Right behind you.
Keep that in mind. Okay, so we gotta find Rena some Roniks. There they are. The Roniks. The Roniks.
There they are.
That's what I just said.
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
Could you imagine if I had to do like /soothe? Could you imagine? Don't worry, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. There's no dinosaur here. Oh, he's snuffling.
That herd should be all right. Let's look for stragglers.
All right.
The Ronek are to rally too. None shall be left behind.
Run. Oh, they're getting bullied right now.
Ahead. Come. There.
These are no match for the likes of us.
Oh, they don't care about me. Oh, they do care about me. I still think that like solo instance stuff is also kind of like a boring part about this game. Sorry, brother. You're being tethered to me. Da, 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 da. Oh my god, that's a huge alligator. Most normal sized alligator in Florida. Oh fuck.
All or nothing then.
Okay, okay, okay. Phew. Thank you, Kona. Thank you, thank you. Get that shit gone, get that shit gone, get that shit gone.
It seems that did the trick.
Okay, we don't have to soothe them. They're soothing themselves. Go, 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 you lovable,
Ready fodder, at
you
least.
lovable freaks.
But where's...
All right. What the fuck?
Look there! We've got a big one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs. That's a Rona Griever, and no mistake.
That thing's fucking massive. How do you not notice that thing from like a mile away?
There! That one there! Not so fast!
Brother, you're trying to reason with a wild animal. Oh, you fucked up.
Should it cost me my life? I will save the Hetzel!
Brother, this isn't like a union busting group. It's a fucking dinosaur.
Kona! Are you alright?
Why don't you use that gun and aim it at the fucking eyes or some shit?
Get you to safety!
There. You've nothing to fear.
Right! Let's finish the job!
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer!
Alright, alright. This is the Shadowbringers theme, ain't it? It's either Shadowbringers or Stormblood.
You'll find the vow of reason.
No, it's the Endwalker one. Don't worry. Holy fuck.
It must have a weakness, and I will find it.
I was just noticing that we are barely denting him. Oh no, this is the Dawn Trail one. I'm a fool. Okay, I can't interrupt that. Alright. Attacking the legs. I see, that's what that is. Oh, I might have did that way too early. Nope. Alright, this boss fight ain't that bad, not gonna lie.
Now we just have to visit the end.
Alright. Kona, stop shooting it! I thought you were supposed to think. Alright, alright, he's on it, he's on it.
A protective current of ether. But whence does it flow?
Alright, alright. Alright, Poindexter, you got this?
I got it!
Alright. All I needed to hear.
One well-placed piercing round to the chest, and
This goes hard. Kona with the fucking sniper rifle. Hard.
you're done for! That stemmed the flow of protective ether.
What an insane beast. This shit again? Alright. Oh, it's different. Oh, I could Perfectio. Lolamau. Oh, it's only one? It's not an Knockburn? Or Knockmorn, rather. Uh oh, he's gonna call his Aether again. Okay, that wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I see. So that's Poindexter talk for walk into orbs. Brother, you gotta stop. Da 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 da. Alright, alright.
We did it.
We sure did.
The Etso, are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mehwa Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats, but the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid.
No problem.
You, most of all, Vow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetso.
No more than is a Dawn servant's duty.
Try to look so cool with the fucking cracked glasses. It's working.
The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most. It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Oh shit.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now.
Damn. It's a good thing this one has
I
died.
had come as a traitor to the camp in Lozeni Hetta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Lozeni Hetta. That's where the Pelu Pelu trader found me as a babe. Please, can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a Reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature.
Oh, is that his
I
parents?
heard one cry, "Save our son! Save the Hetzo!" After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder.
Ah, so that's
I ran
Kona's
and
parents,
ran.
I'm guessing.
As the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek. and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself.
Yeah, you put two and two together.
All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe.
Aw, I'm getting a... I'm almost tearing up.
So much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone.
I'm so glad we got like more character growth for Kona. Because I feel like he got shafted like in the second half of the expansion.
And now that I am Dawn servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
And Anvil is like, cool, man. Let me look at these crystals. I'm guessing that he's gonna say something, and then we're gonna go back to Tuliyola, and then the quest is gonna be over. And then we're gonna get a sneak peek at the 7.2 MSQ questline. To know that the Hetzo are safe is more than enough. Yet, would it be wrong to hope that, in protecting them, we also avenged my parents? It is the least I owe to them, after all this time. I thank you for standing by me, as Dawn servant, and as the often perfect man behind the mantle. Now, let us return our attentions to the matter we came to address, shall we? We have removed the root cause of the Ronic straying from their favorite grazing, and obtained tools to devise an additional precautionary measure. A silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of aether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks in an instant, yet not so strong enough to put them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it'll be a far sight better than a traditional whistle. More effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. Let us return to Shaloni Station and begin work on it. Walika and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution. We're almost done with MSQ. For now, at least. He looks pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it? It's the Ronic we're avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are. And Valkona is not too bad himself. Well, with his whistle idea. Sit tight and we'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. Sit tight? No. I'm not going to sit tight. I'm going to go use the bathroom. All right. All right. Now I'm gonna sit tight. Sorry, adjusting my mic. Oh, he's smiling. Did the train always look like that?
Whoa. She looks as good as new.
I swear the train used to look very different. Like not like
If I
that.
had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior though, not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are
I'd like to
concerned,
imagine that
we
this
spent
guy
no
would build a
effort.
train in every universe. In every dimension.
From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliyola. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through her paces.
Could you imagine how fucked up it would be if we go through the train and then like another 20 years passed? Like there's another like 20-year time skip in Alexandria. I think that would be like the funniest outcome, but I don't think they would, specifically because that would fuck. Yeah, last 3 expansions had trains. Yeah, I just don't think they would do that just because of it would fuck up the Arcadian storyline.
There's a Ronak up ahead.
Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
Last 3 expansions had trains. What was the Endwalker trade? I remember the oh right, Garlemald is like one big train station. Garlemald is like one big like subway system. I forgot about that.
Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success! In a quiet way, like.
So I got a question. How do they like get the train back? Is there like a rotating rail at the end? I actually don't know how they get these trains back.
Vow of reason. The Shaktaral Railroad is back in service.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, is this the end? A lot of trains can be reversed? I mean, yeah, but that one, like, the way... I don't know, I kind of just assumed that one didn't look like it was, like, reverse. For a while there, we were real worried that we'd never get the railroad running again. But now that the test drive was a success, you can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni, then the continent. Watch out, Shaktaral. Here we come. I share the sentiments, but we've got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamachi. Oh, there's one more left. Is this just called Crossroads? Okay, okay. Alright, the wiki did not list Crossroads, but it makes sense. That's what they... Typically, the last quest in the fucking patch quest line is always, like, the same name as the patch. Well... It's possible that Shale's made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Shale, what do you have her working on? Galulja's mother. I'd feel the same in his shoes. Have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kakuya we met have only been a simulacron, but her memory was real. I needn't search for what she left behind, because she left it with me, and I'll carry it always. Speaking of things, y'all ever have like your fucking dead mom as a keychain? Really a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it was a good souvenir as any. Always, bro. Okay, I like whatever you say. For what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. Okay, I kind of like said it in like a joking way, but I think it is like sweet to have like a memento like that. Yes, well, we're off to the dome for now, right? I thought I might join you for a time, see if there's aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though as is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way. Bwah, 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 bwah. Anyways, go my frog. This is still very ominous looking. Just the fucking dome. I wonder if they have like a proper entrance now. Because I remember we kind of just like rammed like the fucking train in through the dome. Oh, okay. Thinking about it more, there has to be like a fucking proper entrance. How the fuck were they able to get all the machines out if there weren't? I think this is the first time I've like walked to like this area. Oh, we have to go all the way to the back room. Whoopsies. I thought it was like we're just supposed to be here. Mm-hmm. Da 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 da. I can't wait to be done with the patch quest line soon. I'm getting hungry. It was fairly short? Yeah, I'm on the last quest right now. A simple yet elegant solution, and thus the railroad is back in operation. Meanwhile, Shale has nearly finished processing the data. She will be able to share her findings with us imminently. Okay, that's the word. Oh hey, Stola. I'm interrupting something, I gather. Why, Stola, what brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate and the sky deep cenote for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. Well, there, I thought I could do well to have the company of an expert on electrope. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I could join you once we're finished here. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny. "100% that key is gonna be like the next fucking expansion."
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit. but it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest. So, to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Teishulja herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
They said that they gave her that line on purpose. They gave her that fucking line on purpose.
My name is Teishulja, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose. Mother? Officially I am, was, a Virgin with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yasulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc.
Oh, is that what we killed a Vitral?
After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs.
Sorry, the big ass rabbit thing was a Vitral?
Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Tuliolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran. And in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path. A path that changed my life. When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within, and reunited with my commander.
Okay. You show.
How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja?
So from what I understand, she defected and then like undefected. As weird as that is.
Strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him. His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did.
Liz Dick too good. I mean, she's completely enamored.
On the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire.
She really... That's insane that... That's insane that they like were building up his mother and...
It should have been today. A new beginning.
Oh.
What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If you could see him, embrace him. Surely that would be enough.
She's holding Galulja in her arms, I see.
So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
No, I can't.
As I was saying, like, I can't believe that, like, they're like building her up, and then her defining character trait is that she really wants Zoralja's dick. Bros, who do I?
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all.
Oh, poor Gulja.
We'll be a happy family.
No.
Can you look at shouting for me? The research hasn't been going well, but I can't let him take it out on my baby.
No.
Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
I'm gonna hide you in this box that says imported goods to Solution 9.
That's all of them.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamachi. Father and mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try.
Brother, that kid is much stronger than I am. If I was 5 and I heard that kind of shit, I would be bawling my eyes out.
I can't tell if I'm happier now.
Brother, 5-year-olds do not talk like this.
But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
The poor Golja. Aww. Anyways, hi Ishtola. It's better to know a profound response for one so young. Though I wish he didn't have to be. Golja is indeed wise beyond his years. Okay, so even they are like saying like, yeah, this is not what 5-year-olds typically say. Yet one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. 'Tis fortunate that he has you. Thank you, Shale. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Golja. If you remember one thing, remember that. Aww. Now then, having shared what I can present, I'm ready to head to living memory when you are. I'm planning to be thorough, so we need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain over long. I know we have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. A word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people to be clamoring to get on the first train back. Yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. What? When we spoke before, you said many from Tuliyoyal were eager to unite with friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about getting through Vanguard. If so, we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start at Lane Ode 9. Ugh. Da 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 da. Oh, this is gonna be a cutscene. This is gonna be a cutscene. There may still be people gathering in Praxis Park. Let's try there first. Is the twist that gonna be that they forgot?
Did something happen?
What do you mean something happened? Their queen just died. I get that it's dialogue that's supposed to drive a narrative, but that was the dumbest thing you could have said.
Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right, and a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Uh-oh.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zoraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious...
Okay, so we're getting like targeted lightning strikes. Okay, okay.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is...
The German blitzkrieg.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully...
Oh, I see. It's an existential crisis.
To any of us.
I understand now. They're having an existential crisis.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die.
This is like the fucking the cave allegory. The regulators were the cave.
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
Huh? Huh? Huh?
What?
How are you alive? How are you alive?
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do.
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things aright.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever.
Someone's like random NPC is gonna pop up and he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, she was in the backup memory. You guys didn't delete her from the backup memory."
You there, Gusson. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about?
She's on the SSD now.
You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty?
Uh-oh. The regulators are fucking with them.
What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria. Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live, not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memories shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort.
Okay, so it's 100% the same Sphene then.
You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution.
All of us shall be made endless.
Oh. Oh.
I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells. This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all.
This is... I was not expecting her to just be alive. Again.
Neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us.
How many? What's the population of Solution 9? Oh, she's pissed. She is pissed.
The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Hold up, they're installing Sphene.exe on that monitor. Give it a moment.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down.
The mod list on her is crazy. Oh fuck, I saw the fucking... I can't wait until like the next part of the Arcadian raids. So who is piloting? Who's... So is it like her consult... I'm assuming until we like figure out who it is, I'm assuming it's like her consultant that's probably puppeteering like Sphene. I don't think so. Well, that's gonna be my theory until 7.2 when I forget about everything. You got brain wiped, remember? True, true. But it's like, realistically, who else could it be? Because Zoralja is dead. See, now Zaralja is dead. Unless they like pull like a fucking like 5D chess move and we have to fight. She did have her own motives. That's true, but I don't know. Wuklamot, I thought it was like the real Sphene at first, but then Wuklamot's like, that's not the real Sphene. I don't know. I'm asking a lot of questions that I'm going to forget about in 3 months when 7.2 comes out. Only caught the proclamation from a distance, but I could tell you that the message about neo-regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed when the Meso terminal shut down. Without a single Alexandrian to bear witness, presented with an incidental figure claiming to be their beloved queen, 'tis no surprise that they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. 'Tis as if their memories had been erased. Yeah, because they're saying that it's not the real Sphene. Like, no one believes it's the real Sphene. Given the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, it was likely the work of the regulators. But by whose design? Someone smart enough to play at being the Queen of Reason in that guise, even if some suspect deception, most of Alexandria would be on her side. We need to find out who she really is. Well, I agree wholeheartedly. We should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. It's gotta be the fucking Lalas. I believe I want crit for Reaper. Oh. Meanwhile, in living memory, I think that was Reshade fucking up.
Where am I?
Don't you dare tell me that's like the real Sphene. Don't you dare tell me that's the real Sphene.
My people. Are they safe?
The real sphere.
Why am I?
This game really does not like killing off named characters, huh? In fear of death, the people turn to Queen Reborn to their fates to learn. Oh, and everyone disappeared and I got Crossroads. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here for now. I'm getting fucking hungry. So, yeah. Thanks to all who joined the stream, yada yada. Y'all have a good one. See ya.